Good morning, everybody. It's Elizabeth at Valley Poultry, and I wanted to show you a quick tour of my little tiny duckery. This is not a fancy building, as you can see, and I'm always jealous when I see people with those beautiful barn-style buildings, but that is not my situation. This used to be a chicken coop, and we stopped using it for whatever reason. And so as the duckling thing expanded and I was able to purchase some of the Leucopsis brooders, it sort of morphed into my little duckery house. So here we go. So these are my Leucopsis brooders, two of which I purchased several years ago, and we built our own PVC frame. And then I managed to purchase 3 more from a friend who was selling them. And he had these super nice wood frames built with hinged lids, which is just awesome. This serves a lot of purposes for me. One, it ensures that no little unwanted guests visit the ducks at night. It also prevents little bouncy ones from escaping when you're trying to clean the brooders, and it also provides a resting place for various items such as this little camera here. Let me show you how these things work. So this is an empty one that I haven't used yet, but basically these are 2 feet by 4 feet, and they're about 2 feet deep. There is a textured side and a smooth side. This is the smooth side. Smooth side is the poopy side. This is where you are going to put, I like to put a little bit of water in here just to make it easier to rinse off the poops in the morning. And then this grate, it's hard for me to maneuver one-handed, came with the brooder. Now if you're going to order one of these, I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead and order a second grate for your brooder. You're going to be glad that you did. And I'll show you why here in just a minute. So the one that we built, we just built separate lids that obviously don't hold in place as well. But because I only have a PVC frame, my options are somewhat limited. So here we go. So when you've got little babies, you can completely dry brood them in one of these from day one. And you just would not give them the swimmy side, and the swimmy side is slightly textured to give them a little better grip. But what I like to do is I bought a El Cheapo ribbed mat from Walmart, and I cut it down into strips, and I like to stick that there just to give them a little extra footing. The brooder will come with these custom built stoppers that you just put in and turn, and that'll hold your water. But if you're brooding little tiny babies and you want to dry brood them, in you go. And then you can add a water of choice, a thing for their food, and one nice thing about these lids is that you can then use heat lamps if you want, and just set it right on top of the lid. And a 250 watt bulb, this will give you just about the perfect amount for ducklings, perfect amount of heat. I'm not a huge fan of those, but there is a place for them. And because this is completely outdoors and completely unclimate control protected, I think they work pretty well for little tiny ducklings. Now when I get ready to clean this, I have simple materials that I use that stay out here to keep it clean. And it takes really hardly any time at all in the morning to clean all this out. Hose it down. These walls are super slippery. So far, knock wood, I have not had any ducklings escape during the cleaning process at all. So here we've got 3 little mandarins, and with the smaller clutches and the little tiny ones, I don't mind using these heat plates. They seem to like them. because they can hide under them and they feel a little safer. These guys just came out yesterday or the day before, so I am covering up their pool at night and not giving them access all night for fear that they would fall in and get super soaked and freak out, etc. These are the bowls that I bought at Walmart. They're just little dog bowls, and they were slipping all over the place, so I took my favorite glue, E6000, cut a little piece of the extra pond liner and glued it on the bottom, and they stay in place really well now. I haven't had an issue since I've done that. Alright guys, little baby mandarins. And these are much bigger mandarins, and they were supposed to go out to our grow out area this weekend, but unfortunately it wasn't ready, so they will be going out soon, I hope. Let's see. Over here we've got 4 Hottentot and 1 silver teal. And again, they're little and they seem to take to this heat plate really well. The nice thing about these heat plates is they only draw about 25 watts. So you can run 4 of those to a 100-watt light bulb. And in here, yeah, you'll probably not see them, but there's 3 little wood ducks, and they're pretty spooky. Don't like me very much, and don't like anything very much. And in order to keep track of my clutches, as soon as I put them in the incubator to hatch, I make a little note of what they are, where they came from, and what color their ID band will be on a piece of painter's tape. And then that just travels along with the ducklings until such a point when I get their leg bands on and their color ID bands on and they're out in the grow out area. Anyway, so it's humble and it's modest, but it works. Oh, side note, I wish I had a window, but I can't do that in here because it's easily over 100 degrees in this area during the day when it's really in the middle of the summer. I tried putting a clear panel on the top for light and it just got way too hot. So it's kind of dark, but it's sheltered and it's outside and it's so easy to clean. So I know they're expensive and I know it's going to make you want to choke when you go to their website, but I do believe that it has been well worth it to buy these. I believe they're made out of fiberglass and they're pretty indestructible. My husband did the plumbing on these. Oh, let me see, my old knees will come down here. So they're all connected with one line, and it runs out the back and way out into our pasture. And boy, this has made the whole dumping process super easy. I have no trouble at all now. At first I was doing 5-gallon buckets to fill it up and then 5-gallon buckets to empty it, and that got old real fast. So he got them all plumbed up for me, so now it's just a breeze. Anyway, I hope this gives you some inspiration and help. Thanks for watching.